Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie, sexuality educator, relationship expert, and thanks to the great folks at Funwares, I'm here answering your questions on sexuality and relationships. So make sure to send them my way at AskDrRuthie@funwares.com. Today's question is actually from several of you all wanting to know how you can become a better kisser or what some of my tips are for better kissing, and I am very happy to share them with you. And this is an excellent question for a lot of different reasons. The biggest one is, how else are you going to learn about how to kiss, right? How did you learn how to kiss? I know how I learned how to kiss, and I know how some of my friends and partners have learned how to kiss, and a lot of it has been through maybe watching movies, watching some romantic lead character on the big screen, but a lot of just kind of fumbling around and guessing and hoping for the best. If we're lucky, we've had partners or friends to practice with who have given us good feedback along the way and maybe even shown us a few tips on how to be a good kisser, but most of us have done a lot of fumbling and some of us have gotten better that way than others. So it's always great when someone wants to learn how to be even better at kissing, whether they're great already or whether you're still kind of learning the ropes and trying to figure it out. So, no shame in it. If you have the opportunity to practice some of these things with someone who will give you good feedback and who will be healthy and happy for you to practice with, then by all means, pull over that good friend of yours and try some of these different tips. The first thing that I encourage you to do is think of what a sexy or a romantic kiss is to you. So we might picture kisses that we've seen in movies that really swept us away, or that we read about in books, or that we've dreamt up in our imagination, or heard about in songs, or any kind of media like that, or like I said, in our own imagination and fantasies. And there's certain things that make these kisses really sweep us away. Some of it is the personality of the kiss, and your ideal romantic kiss might have been sweet and timid. It might have been playful and friendly. It might have been steamy and illicit. It may have been powerful and full of lusty desire. So the first step is to think about the personality or the type of kiss that you're hoping to be able to do a little bit more of. Because it's easy to say, well, I want to be a good kisser, but if we don't know what that means to you, what kind of a good kisser you want to be, what kind of emotion and what kind of feelings and sensations you want to feel and elicit in your partner, then it'll be difficult to get there because you don't know where the end of your journey is supposed to be or what direction you're heading in. So once you've taken the time to really think about what good kissing is to you or focus in on one type, then you'll be that much closer to getting there, and knowing where you want to go is quite helpful. My next tip then, once you have this idea of how you want it to be, even if it's a very forceful or very quick kind of kiss, my suggestion to you is still to slow down. The number one kissing complaint that I hear from folks who are asking me, on the side, whispering, can you help my partner with their kissing? The number one thing I hear is that they're too fast. I hear lines like, it feels like a rocket ship flying around my mouth, or it goes so fast that there's slobber all over my face, or I don't have the opportunity to really taste and appreciate them because they're moving so quickly. It feels like they're rushing the kiss, that they're nervous about the kiss, that they are not interactive with the kiss, that they don't want to keep kissing, they want to move on to a different activity, so they're trying to power through the kiss, or that they're being selfish with their kissing. They're just taking what they want with their mouth and not having that good reciprocal mutual enticement with the kissing. And with all of these, slowing down can help a great deal. What do we do when we slow down? Well, the first thing is we feel a sense of owning the moment. Not owning the partner, but owning the moment. Really being present in there with it. Really feeling confident that you're doing what you want to be doing, and what you're doing you hope is something that they want to be doing too. You're going to make it that experience if you possibly can. So some of it is the personality, but some of it is also what we do with that time. The approach of the kiss is slow because we're using all of our senses to narrow in. It's a little bit of kiss foreplay, really. Bringing ourselves in closer to the partner, and we see their eyes, and we smell their skin or their perfume or the scent of their lips or their breath, whatever it may be. We get a notion of the texture of the skin, whether we move the hand against the face or we're simply closer to their face and we can see that skin more. We begin to breathe in time, that big inhalation when you know that the kiss is coming and you're preparing for it and you're excited about it. Any kind of tenseness, whatever those things are, appreciating them and feeling them and exchanging that bit of body language with each other as you get closer. That hesitation before the meeting of the lips that really makes them want it before you get there. That, that moment in the movies, when they're in kissing distance, right? And you feel the tension of the kiss coming. You can emulate that and experience that yourself. And then it's the feeling with all of your senses as you begin to engage in the touch part of the kiss. You've moved through the beginning of the kiss foreplay, and now your lips are touching, and you can feel each other's breath in your noses. Maybe you're adjusting your angle a little bit with your head so that you can really kiss without bonking foreheads and noses with each other and chins and things. And stop and really get the most out of that kiss. Linger with a bit of pressure. It's not dead fish lips. A bit of pressure that lets them know you want to be here and you want to stay here for a moment. You want to feel yours. You want to feel what their breath feels like from the nose against your face. You want to feel their body eyes melt, whatever the case may be, into the kiss. And so you're exploring and you're breathing and you're exchanging body language in the process of the kiss. You can also engage in things called kiss checks, which is, or that I call them anyway, kiss checks, which is to see if the person is interested in going to the next stage of kiss, right? So the first kiss check is one that maybe we're all familiar with seeing on TV if we haven't experienced ourselves, and that is, will the partner or you turn the cheek or go for an on the lips kiss? And if they go for the cheek kiss, then you know that that's as far as it's going to go. If they go for the lip kiss, maybe it's going to be really quick and they're going to pull away, or maybe they're going to linger in and take that deep breath and melt into the kiss with you. But you can also just dart the tongue lightly against the lips and see if they part. Dart the tongue lightly by the teeth and see if the mouth opens and yields to you. It's not all tongue movement, but it's the checking to see if the next part of the kiss is welcome. So don't dive into the deepest level of the kiss. Enjoy the lips on lips. Enjoy the tongue and the nibble of the lips. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy the feeling of the tongue and the lips and the teeth. And then move on to the tongue and the inside of the mouth. And take it each step at a time, but really stop and enjoy each one in whatever kind of kiss personality and style you want to have at that point. And you had a lovely kiss. You've breathed. You've pulled back. You've communicated with your eyes and perhaps your voices that you'd like to do that again, either right now or sometime soon. And what if you want the other person to adjust a little bit in kisses, or you want their feedback, but you don't want to be like, here's a survey, tell me what was the best part of this kiss? My suggestion to you is to emphasize and ask for more of what the best part of the kisses were and sort of forget about the parts of kisses you may not want as much of. So for instance, I love the way you melted into my arms when we kissed, or I love the way I could melt into your arms when I kissed. And that lets them know that you want to embrace more, or you like to be embraced more. So we focus about that, and then we ask for more of what went well. I love the way you do this, that, or the other. I love it if we could do more of that. And that will help give them feedback about what you like best, and hopefully free them up to tell you what they thought were their favorite parts of the kiss, so you can do more of that and give them even more of what they like the next time. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I hope this inspires a few kisses for you, and I will see you at the next video.